Una masqueta, jugar i escalfa el jugador del Barça ara mateix 57 minuts els que passen de les 8. Portem ja una estona, acaba també el seu escalfament el nostre poder Marc-André Ter Stegen, escalfa també el Valladolid. Si acabes d'arribar al Camp Nou, benvinguts, benvingudes, arribats de... Aquest Camp Nou a punt d'arribar a les 9 del vespre i els aficionats que no deixen de parar atenció, evidentment, al que està passant a la gespa i alguns també descobrint que estan protagonistes, sent protagonistes en els videomarcadors. Allà el tenim, aquest noi de la barra, i diu, sí, estic aquí.
We know Sergio. Sergio is a very tactical and clever manager that he even through
an extra psychological boost. Ahead of a double pivot of Busquets and De Jong next to each other. That's something we have seen from Barca this season under Ernesto Valverde. It was Leo Messi and game for Barcelona, and that clearance out for a corner was pretty much Valladolid's first kick of the ball. As Jordi Alba finds Leo Messi, plenty in the middle as he sends in the cross. It's just beyond Suarez, doesn't reach Piqué, but it falls to Lenglet and it's in! A goal after 2 minutes for Clement Lenglet. And we talked about the resistance that Valladolid would try to put up tonight. It lasted 120 seconds. Early frustration for Sergio González as Clement Lenglet gets his first goal of the season in La Liga Santander. And Valladolid, Gaisca, I guess they'll be frustrated they didn't make a better clearance as this ball, the ball that came in from Messi.
Yeah, we can see that the line, the defenders, that, well, personally, I think they're very deep. And then they didn't clear out, and they didn't chase or close down on the ball. So we see Lenglet there, is already on his own, nobody's marking him. Even Ansu Fati is on his own on the second ball. And yes, frustrated because you have a plan for this game. You probably trying, like I was saying earlier, trying to last as long as you can without conceding and upsetting Barca, and that didn't happen. And for obviously the pressure in a midfield line, Semedo forced to make a...
Messi under pressure, away from Anwar and finding Messi, play by the Dutchman. Messi helps it on to Ansu Fati. Arturo Vidal's making a run into the box. Fati sends it back to Messi instead, flicked through beautifully for Jordi Alba. Made a bright start to the game. Vidal, Messi turns away to find some...
And that's not a good news for Valladolid.
Corner for Barca. Messi plays it in and it's fisted away awkwardly by Messi. As no surprise to hear from him that Ernesto Valverde was calm. Generally doesn't show too much emotion down there as Messi finds Busquets. Messi. De Jong in space. De Jong. Now Messi.
That's one thing Valladolid are not doing when Barca in this. Well, certainly not conceding. He allows you to put more power.
Here is Messi on target, but easily gathered by Jordi Masip, his former teammate.
They achieved and they got that free kick was by playing and linking and attacking from one side and ended up on the other.
Well, two scrappy goals here, both scored by central defender. There's pressure applied here by Messi on Barba, and in the end, too much pressure applied by Messi for the referee's liking. And it's a free kick. The pitch side reporter, Bruno Balleste. Bruno, much reaction in the dugouts when that equalising goal went in.
Yeah, lots of Valladolid people in the staff.
Pass that he had, and it obviously allowed Valladolid to create a chance. It was a bit too ambitious.
And stayed up at the expense of 2016. Been at Valladolid for a year and a half now.
Took the pressure and you creating an attacking situation for yourself.
Now it's given away by Messi, but comes back to him as the player went down under Vidal. Now Messi looking to create, flicks it through, Vidal stabs it goalwards and in! Created by Messi, finished by Vidal, and Barca are back in front. By no means the first time that we've seen Arturo Vidal break that defensive line with well-timed runs into the box. Just a few minutes ago, he could only get the top of his Mohican to a cross from Frenkie de Jong, but that one was placed perfectly from Leo Messi, and Vidal did the rest.
Well, that's sort of Messi quarterback position. You give the ball to Leo, and then all he needs is players making runs in those positions, like you said. Exactly. Arturo Vidal is the perfect player for us. He's made so many runs already in this game. Just one previously that he couldn't reach the ball. In this case, no. Great pass by Leo, and great finish by Arturo Vidal.
Perfectly cushioned lob through from Messi, and a perfectly cushioned volley as well from Vidal. Not an easy finish by any means. Had a lot to do when he stretched onto that, but he put it past Messi. No chance for the goalkeeper. Really good finish from the Chilean, who's got his third league goal of the season. This is only his second.
Centre-halves.
Yeah, the furthest player forward in that attack for a moment, and it'll continue now as Messi finds.
Immediately after Barcelona's goal, Sergio González told to Salisu and said him, increase your intensity because you're welcoming. I don't know if it has had any relation, the goal of Barca, with the substitution, because it seems that Nacho is also feeling a bit of pain, but it was curious that immediately after Barcelona's goal, Salisu was prepared to enter to the...
With the actual goal, because like you say, it's not going to change the formation Sergio at all. It's just, I think obviously with Nacho he had more depth in the way he goes to these areas than Barba would have, but it gives him more consistent and more solidity at the back than probably Nacho did. So he loses on the offensive side, but he wins on the defensive side.
Salisu is in the wall now, the four-man wall, as Leo Messi steps up. Messi! Another masterpiece from the maestro of football, Leo Messi, against a man that he will have faced many, many times in training. Jordi Masip, former Barcelona goalkeeper, will have faced up to Leo Messi's free kicks hundreds, if not thousands of times over the years, but even that's not enough to help him.
It just makes it look so easy. You think, yeah, the ball, the one earlier was far, you could put more power. This one was quite close, you need just the right power, the right pace, the right time to come up and down, and perfect free kick.
Well, it's
for Masip. Even if Masip knows him 1,000 times in training, probably been kicking each other, but with the pace that he has, no chance for Masip. Masip has to be there, has to hold the position, but it's just...
It's amazing that you know exactly what's coming. We all knew what he was going to...
He's finding Messi. Messi's finding options when he has the ball. The whole thing is working for them. And although, well, there you are. If he doesn't, you feel any pressure, give the ball to Messi, nutmeg, and that's it.
Reaction from the dugouts, just awe, I suppose, of the captain. What he's done again with that free kick.
I think it's just the face of...
Yeah, and even in the first free kick that Leo Messi got, the face of Sergio González before...
Messi with two pieces of magic in a couple of minutes. We saw the free kick goal, of course. There it is again, and the nutmeg as well. Absolutely perfect, the free kick.
We'll have to wait and see, but he's definitely going to be there.
Here he is again. Messi for Semedo. Good run. Ball across the face of goal, and no one was coming above him. Busquets picks it up, finds Messi. Looks like the Barca captain's Getting into flow now, starting to enjoy himself. Gets it back from Vidal, he's looking for another killer pass through to De Jong that time. He'll be able to have another go now. This time it's along the ground, but with one change already made, Pablo Hervías also now getting ready for Valladolid. As we see again, the second goal for Barca, that was Messi. Clip on the left flank, but he's more a centre-back than a wing-back. So, as you say, he's less likely to come forward and help out in attack.
That's probably where Hervías is warming up, maybe.
Tonight, Vidal to Messi. Fati with the flick. Does break for Semedo, who finds Messi. Semedo continues his run. Or the free kick. What do you think quickly of the first half? Will Barca be happy? Ernesto Valverde sat
on the left side, but comfortable with it as well, trying to get that ball back as soon as possible.
So Messi, can he produce another marvel? He goes for the same corner, fisted away rather uncomfortably by Jordi Masip. Oh, the nutmeg pass this time to Busquets, who gives it back to Messi, clipped inside, chested away by Anwar. Let us reach that 1 minute mark before he blows the whistle. So Barcelona, guys, it's not been easy for them, but that 5-minute passage of play from Messi with the assist and the goal has put them very much in the driving seat now.
They have, especially the third goal. Until even with the 2-1, Valladolid was on the game, was comfortable with the plan that they had. Although I think they're missing some strength on that left side, with Nacho leaving the team. But they were still on the game and comfortable with everything they were doing. I think that third goal...
Out or look to rest people like Messi and Suarez after maybe an hour or so.
Yeah, I mean, if the game continues as it is and Valladolid doesn't score, and obviously put in difficulty for the next games. But I think we still have to be played. Obviously, you want Griezmann to be back on the team and have some minutes probably. But for me, I think Valladolid still have something to say in this game. We'll have to see it.
Slow-paced start to the second half. Both teams just settling back into the game for now. Messi. Back for give his team. He will line up on the right wing by the look of things. So Oscar Plano has a more central role, as Frenkie de Jong now finds Messi, flicked on almost into the path of Ansu Fati, but there was a defensive touch in there, very importantly, to just take it away from the teenager. Here's Messi's flick. And it was Joaquin caught in possession. De Jong with a good perceptive pass to Messi, and Leo Messi, Ansu Fati, deflection, well saved by Jordi Masip, and then the header from Salisu sends it behind. Nearly a goal to celebrate his birthday 2 days early, as Joaquin caught in possession and Frenkie de Jong then set Messi away.
Yeah, I think Joaquin is still struggling to find himself in that position, being up
to block the attempted shot. De Jong brings it away to Messi, who gets away from Salisu and then looks for the through ball for Valladolid.
Yeah, we saw obviously the fresh legs, the right ideas and the right time much needed. I'm sure it's a long season, and seeing the way the midfield of Barca works every game to compensate those from three, you need all your players fit and committed, and it's not a first choice. Yeah, exactly. He's very young and he's don't need to put any more pressure that already has, but it's a process where he has
field. He will be 17 years old. It was his best chance to score. Player who is celebrating his birthday as a trio. Do you think they can live up to what Messi, Suarez and Neymar did those few years ago?
Well, I don't like to compare, and I don't like comparisons, neither the teams or the players, but it's certainly an exciting trio that we could witness, that it have different qualities and obviously requires time for them to...
Vidal keeps it in. Good ball inside to Messi. No one else in the area. Messi tries to go around Salisu, who just gets a foot in to send it behind for a corner. Of course, the other member of the forward line for Barcelona Well, there are two more really that we should mention. One is Usman.
Difficult for them to get something out of a point tonight, the way
Semedo now plays it forward for Messi. On for Suarez. Look at the space. Too often threatening to add to their 3 goals. Now they might, though, because Messi's found space and is driving forward. Past Salisu. Wide for Alba. Jordi Alba across goal. Tap in. Luis Suarez flags up. So it is not going to count. Barca thought for a split second they had a goal, but the linesman's flag soon put paid to that, and Suarez doesn't even bother arguing the case.
Yeah, but impatient, should have hold that, knowing that you go in the space that you got no one in front of you, just try to stay behind the line and not be offside.
It was a pattern of the second half, really.
Yeah, I think they're gonna take any risks. They just want to keep the ball.
Just playing within themselves,
yeah,
aren't they? Not
and wait for the
Olivas from a half-cleared set piece, and then Arturo Vidal sending Barca back in front before a free kick from this man Leo Messi, who might have another chance here. No,
you can see now in the he does kick him on the feet. Well, twice. Every game is massive to judge it only on one game.
Here's Messi, and Messi wraps it up, killed it instantly to turn and strike with power and precision, and he's got his second goal. And Barca have been playing within themselves for the last half hour, but they only need a split second to open you up with that kind of quality. And Messi does it again. Great pass from Rakitic, who makes a point that he is worthy of more minutes with an astute ball through. Still an awful lot for Messi to do, though. We see the build-up play. It comes to Rakitic, first time to Messi. What control on the thigh, and the finish was okay.
Another great pass with the vision of Rakitic. Before he gets the ball, he already knows where Messi is, and he plays the ball, and then Messi, fantastic first touch. That's what allows you to score the goal. Across the line, nothing Messi could do. And another goal for Messi, 101 goals with under Valverde, in second of the night.
Chance for Aleñá.
Still, Carlos Aleñá has to wait as Messi comes forward again. 5 forward. Oh, he's found Suarez, and there's another. Suarez has been kept quiet most of the night, but he's got his goal now, thanks to a defence-splitting pass from Messi, who just keeps piling on the magic. 2 goals, 2 assists now. Perfectly weighted ball. Suarez doesn't miss chances like that very often. And he goes up now to 6 goals for the season. And Valladolid's challenge looks to be over now. They're starting to flag. But what about this pass, Gaiska?
Again, we're saying earlier, when you give the ball to Messi, you need runners, you need players making those clever runs in the space. He'll find you, and he did. And a great finish by Suarez, which he was not participating too much, but he doing an important job for the team in the way his runs he always does, allowing space and holding the ball in the right moment, and he found the goal. It's also, I think, as whenever it was fixed, because when you plan the season, when you in your head have that such an important game in your mind, and the last now 15 minutes of the second half, I think they paying out the effort that they've made in the first half. But they've been brave. They've tried to go for the game even when the scoreline was.
On a mazy dribble, Vidal to Messi. Piqué stayed forward. Messi looking instead for
the substitution of Sergi Roberto to Jordi Alba, because you put Sergi Roberto on the right side to put Semedo on the left side, so it makes sense what Bruno said about in the flank. You got Semedo that is just being placed as a left back, which he's not used to. Get the ball and try to get him. Go every time to get. He got the ball and coming inside rather than going outside.
And going inside puts it onto Semedo.
You benefit.
You are absolutely right, Andy. Valverde, like always, he still in the sideline.
Will jump in as Leo Messi tries to.
And in a few seconds we will know the stoppage time, but we don't expect more actually than 3 minutes for the substitutions probably. But there's not going
to advance. Messi for Suarez. Clips it to the far post, and Vidal can't quite reach it, trying to extend that Mohican again, but he couldn't quite get there.
Not high enough, the Mohican.
Yeah, he needs to grow it a little longer. And no offside there. Salisu didn't step up.
2 more minutes.
Only 2 minutes to be added. So we're near the end of this one. What do you make of Messi's condition now? Obviously, Gaiska, he was hampered by injuries, started the season with another attack. And Messi still on a hat-trick, remember. Oh, Salisu's done well there. Suarez, he's held it up now, and now found Messi on a hat-trick. Leo Messi wide, and he falls to the floor in frustration. He wanted that hat-trick.
That's unusual.
He sent it, it seemed, from that first angle that we saw. We'll see better from behind the goal replays, but it looked like he missed that by a fair distance as well.
That's unusual.
They'll be pretty happy with the job well done. Wasn't always easy, especially in the first half, but once they took control with those 2 goals in 5 minutes before half-time, they always looked in control.
They did, and it felt comfortable. It felt natural to Barca in the way, like you said, maybe in the beginning with Valladolid when they had the energy, obviously with the goal up front, which looks easy when you come back, but it's obviously playing home the pressure of having a team that is tactically very good. But Barca was patient.
It was closer than I thought, actually. Not far away.
But Barca, like, Valladolid didn't give up, Barca didn't give up, and Messi was finding himself more comfortable.
2 goals, 2 assists for him. He is back. Barcelona are back on the top of La Liga, full-time at the Camp Nou. Barcelona 5.